Hello guys! So today we are going to be passing back your backgrounds that we worked on last time, where we have our sky and our water. These are two examples from our class, and you guys were able to decide if you wanted a horizontal background or a vertical background. What we're going to do today is we are going to get started drawing our rural or our urban architecture onto the foam. But before we can do it on the foam, we have a couple things to consider. The foam sheets that I have, I accidentally ordered the wrong size, and so I happen to have these very small 4x6 pieces. And so to try to make up for it, I'm going to be having each of you get 2 pieces. And so what you're going to have to do is laying the pieces above your horizon line, depending upon, if you did a horizontal piece of art or maybe if you did a vertical. You're going to have to decide how it's going to work best for you, because we're going to tape them together along the back. So if I'm kind of working off of the horizontal example, what I would do then, I think the best way to use my foam is to tape them along that seam. And the reason why we're doing it above the horizon line, you remember, is that when we do printing day, we're going to print here and we're going to flip and print the reflection of our building. And so I'm just going to take some tape and I'm going to line these up really carefully and tape them together. Okay. The tape we'll just do on one side, and actually that's going to end up being the back side. So I could go ahead right away and just lightly put my name on the back of these. Okay. All right. Now, the next thing you're going to do, just set this painting aside. You probably could put it in your folder. We don't need it today. What we're going to do is we're going to get a scrap piece of paper, and you want to, let's see, I'm going to hold it this way and trace this line. Basically, I'm wanting to make a scrap piece of paper about the same size as my foam. And so I traced that. My foam happens to be a little bit longer, but that's okay, because I don't need to fill up the entire space. I could leave some off. Okay, and you can recycle this or share it with a friend. You just need this piece. And I'm going to set my foam aside because we're going to draw out our final drawing of our buildings on the paper. And then that way, if we make any mistakes, we can erase them and we can make those changes that we need to, and we will end up transferring the drawing onto the foam. That way our final copy, no changes, is going on there. Now I'm going to work on urban architecture. As I mentioned before, I'm really interested in these row houses because it's not something that we see here in Fort Atkinson. And I just think that they're so cute how there's so many different styles and they're all smushed together. And so I'm probably going to be focusing on drawing row houses. And I'm going to just start, I think, in the middle of my paper and start my final drawing. So I can make these look however I want to. And I'm kind of leaving that gap at the bottom here. Maybe I have some very skinny houses. Maybe I have some different curved houses. And just going to try to get in all of these different shapes, different types of roofs. Okay. All right. Now, then you can go in, I can work on all of my doors and all my windows and all my roofs, and take your time on these. These are your finals. So you do want to make sure that you are translating a very nice finished drawing onto your foam in just a little bit here. Okay, so I'm going to put in all my front doors. Okay. And you could work on just one at a time, or you could work on them all. So I'm going to put like little steps going up to some of these. Okay. Okay, so once you've finished drawing your final copy and you've made any changes that you want to change, what you're going to do then is take out that foam piece that we taped. Remember, the back is the side that has your name. And you're going to lay this on. And you notice my paper is a little bit smaller, so actually this will make it really easy to tape it in place. Now, if your paper is about the same size, if you want to, you could roll up a tape loop like this just by folding it so it makes a sticky side out loop. And you can put tape loops on the back. But I think I will just save myself that step and just put the tape right on it. And we're taping it in place so that it does not move while we are transferring your drawing. So I'll put one up here. I can wrap it around to the back. And what you're going to do is you're just going to retrace over everything. Now, it's a little tricky to do that in pencil. So what I would recommend is taking a colored pencil and tracing over everything. That way you can see what you've traced and what you are missing. Okay, so I've chosen a red colored pencil and I'm just going to start working left to right. And very, very sharp pencils tend not to work, and so you don't want to sharpen your pencil if you don't have to, okay? And I'm just going to try to make sure that I am pressing firmly so that I get a good transfer. Okay? It is going to feel a little bit weird because you are tracing on foam, and foam is squishy, and so it's a lot different sensation than when we're drawing on our just white piece of paper here. Okay, so this will be your last step of the day, is to try to get your entire drawing transferred onto your foam. Wherever you stop for the day, whether you're still on the original drawing or if you are on the transferring, and we can even kind of peek a little bit, just take a peek and see, yes, that is tracing through. We're going to put both of these pieces and your painting in our table folder so that when we meet again next time, we will pick up where we left off, finish any tracing and transferring, and then we can start to talk about printing. All right, good luck. Get as much done as you can today.